Well, besides our channel, there are some pretty cool YouTube channels out there, and you really have no idea what you're gonna find or run into until you happen on it by accident or get caught by some intriguing looking thumbnail. We should warn you that some of these channels are bizarre, gross, and sometimes disturbing. With that said, we check out 5 creepiest YouTube channels we dare you to visit. Before we begin, make sure you hit that subscribe button to get notified every day for more amazing content. With that being said, let's begin. Number 5. Syriac. This YouTuber is a professional freelance animator who's from the UK. He started uploading videos around 2006. He uses a lot of Photoshop and After Effects to edit his work, and he's done quite a bit with music videos and even commercials. Among his long list of resume stuff is some Adult Swim animation bumps, as they're called. Despite this, everything he does is really creepy and off the wall. Basically, pretty darn cool. Some of the weird things he's done include a video of a cat purring getting turned into a bizarre multi-ring of eyeballs and mouths. His most disturbingly weird video was titled Something, which had black and white clips of people having different faces growing out of them, transforming into tentacles full of more faces superimposed on them. Or how about the explosive breeder video called 7 Billion, which starts out with a single rabbit that splits into 2, then they begin spawning more and more rabbits through splitting, budding, birthing from their backs, and other surreal methods, which leads to thousands of rabbits swamping the fields. With many rabbits still spawning on the ground, a fluffle assembles in the shape of a giant bipedal rabbit, which also spawns more of itself, which in turn repeat the process over and over again throughout the night. Come the next day, there's a titanic bipedal rabbit composed of giant bipedal rabbits, and it spawns more of itself. In the end, these titan rabbits form a colossal regular rabbit composed of countless rabbits that hop off screen. It's probably the tamest out of all of Syriac's videos compared to Moo and Beastenders. But Syriac even has really strange things happen to him, and on one of his live streams, the video glitches out, creepy things happen, and all the layers eventually get deleted. Syriac, alongside deformed versions of himself, walks out into a field while wearing a deranged grin on his face. If you go to his channel to check these out, don't forget to catch Reality Warper. The little boy in Boogie Maths warps reality with his dancing, causing his body to distort and demonic clones of himself to emerge out of his mouth. Eventually, everyone melts and his head explodes. Hey, don't say we didn't warn you. Number 4. Poppy. Sometimes creepy is defined in a lot of different ways by different people depending on what they think is bizarre. Poppy is a YouTube personality that sits somewhere in the dark corners of the web. The 22-year-old YouTube prima donna and pop princess, Poppy has already inspired her own religion. Her YouTube channel, Poppy, is a hallucinatory digital wormhole with hundreds of videos, many of which have garnered millions of views. Poppy makes music, but given the scope of her output on YouTube, where she produces a new video nearly every day, it's only a marginal part of what she does. She also brushes her hair, eats cotton candy, talks with plants and sinister mannequins, applies makeup, paints, crawls, jumps, and lays on the floor. By the way, one of her friends is a basil plant. Her videos depict a chilly, robot-inflected reality that's rendered in candied pastel hues. Tell Poppy that you find her videos to be creepy and she'll answer sweetly, "Thank you." Poppy's personality is a cross between a chatbot and a child. If you ask Poppy a question, she's sure to answer with demure, algorithmic precision. Where's she from? The internet. What does she do for fun? Listen to the sound of rain falling in videos on YouTube.com. How old is she? She doesn't identify with age. Age is just 2016, she says. The phenomenon known as Poppy has been the subject of protracted profiles and ponderous think pieces. Among her ardent fan base, Poppy Seeds as they're called, she is a figure worthy of worship. Commenters on Reddit and YouTube profess to their undying love for Poppy and call her the Queen and Goddess. One fan has even gone so far as to establish a religion dedicated to Poppy called Poppyism. Rumors swirl among Poppy's fans. Is Poppy real? Is she a pawn subjected to mind control? Is she a member of the Illuminati? Is she even human? We don't have the answers to these questions, but Poppy has about 300 videos on her channel, which have received a combined 235 million views, increasing by 250,000 a day. And now, thanks to Top 5, if you dare to go there, she will have even more views, and perhaps you will become a Poppy seed. Top 5's Finest has warned you and releases ourselves from all liability and damages that may occur, including becoming a part of the religion Poppyism. Move over, Tom Cruise. Your Scientology is nothing compared to this. Number 3. Nana825763. This is a very unsettling YouTube channel from Japan, where shock culture really is a thing. If you've ever seen Tetsuo the Iron Man, then you might get the idea of what we're talking about. Created by a person only known as Piropito, the channel has been posting videos for over a decade now, almost since YouTube first began. There's very little information available on Piropito himself. No one seems to know who or what the creators are, and they've never shown their faces on camera. There is, however, a fairly active Twitter account associated with the channel. The videos mainly consist of collages of stop-motion photography and other digital elements. Tense music and disturbing imagery are flashed on the screen to an unnerving effect. The channel also sporadically posts videos about an ant colony, which only deepens the creep factor. Their most popular video, posted 9 years ago, is called Username 666. It shows a screen capture of someone using YouTube. After refreshing a channel called 666, weird things start to happen. Before long, it appears that the computer becomes infected with a demonic virus. The visuals gradually get more intense as graphic imagery flashes up. Eventually, it looks as though a hand reaches out of the screen before it cuts to an out-of-service test pattern. To date, this video has had over 10 million views. Other videos include one called Doll, which starts out with music playing. Not eerie music, but peaceful music. In the background, though, it shows a doll with a red rose. Then, it shows a black hand move across the doll like it's gonna grab it. It then cuts to a woman's head with a butterfly, or perhaps some moth on her neck doing something. Every now and then, her neck moves around the screen. It then shows hands on her face, moving her in a way not humanly possible. After some other really bizarre things, bugs start crawling up the face as it sings. It then shows the whole body with bugs, flowers, wounds, and more bugs near or on it. As for the rest, you should probably check it out yourself. But before you do that, you should be warned that someone was doing a story on the channel and desperately tried to get into contact with the owner of the channel. Somehow, someone got their email, and this person emailed the channel and got this response. "You are very close to the truth here, so I'm gonna have to ask you to delete your story, or else there will be consequences. I can't let anyone find out about this. I've tried so hard to keep it a secret. It's people like you who I have had to watch out for, so I can make sure they don't tell anyone else about my secret. When you were writing your story, you came really close. The truth is something bigger than just having 2 accounts, though. You may disregard this as trolling, but if I were you, I would delete your stupid story if you still want to live." Sincerely, Nana825763. Number 2. Vikram Yadav. The worst part about describing this next channel is that I just ate my lunch and mashed potatoes were included in the meal. Dr. Vikram Singh Yadav is a surgeon and doctor by profession and owner of his official blog Wacky 5 since 2007. He's currently known as one of the most reputed bloggers in India. He also uploads videos of him giving treatment and surgeries to patients, along with his case studies and examination for educational purposes, as a YouTube partner. His channel features everything from pimples and blackheads to gashes and deformities. For the medically uninitiated, Yadav's videos are educational and disgusting. If there's a darling of the blackhead removal community, it is one Dr. Vikram Yadav. If you dare to go look at this video, you'll be asking yourself, why did I do this? And how do I get even with top 5? You're not gonna. We've seen it all. But that's not all. There are some other truly disturbing videos on the channel, including one called Severe Dog Bite and Abscess Drained. I think I'm gonna be sick. Which features an unfortunate girl whose scalp has been ripped open by a dog. Not only that, she has a large abscess, think of it as an uber pimple, behind her ear. Yadav is kind enough to drain it, and blood and pus ooze out. With that said, we absolutely double dog dare you to visit this channel. Yeah, we went there. Though Yadav has only been a member of YouTube for 4 years, he's uploaded over 1,000 videos. He currently uploads new videos every Sunday and Wednesday. Number 1. Silicone babies. What can be more horrifying than a newborn child? Yuck. Well, how about a reborn doll made of silicone? Well, there's a YouTube channel that's dedicated to these hyper-realistic silicone dolls that apparently look and feel just like the real thing. They even have umbilical cords for those people into extreme realism. You know who you are. And they come in all shapes and sizes, of course. How about one with tattoos on its face? Or a baby alien from the film Avatar? Or a half-human, half-piglet hybrid? Some of the dolls move and appear to breathe, while others are advertised as having a drink wet poo function, just like real babies, but only when fully charged. The trade fair caters to a subculture of collectors who value the doll's unsettling realism. So where can you see these dolls? Well, that's right, they have their own YouTube channel called Silicone Babies. Apparently, there's some sort of weird demand for these things, and enthusiasts, a loosely used term here, can buy some basic kits where you can paint the babies yourself and even create them in your own image. Of course, it's gonna set you back about $700 or so, and some of the high-end animatronic models can cost around 5,000 bones. But let's get one thing clear here. These things are creepy for many reasons. One is that they can be painted or dressed up as anything and look frighteningly like the real thing. Apparently, there's even a Voldemort baby that someone created that was incredibly spooky and creepy and ended up selling on eBay. Imagine the pranks you can play on people with such a prop. Reborn creator Lacey Michelle features some dark and twisted reborn babies such as a vampire named Edward, a chimpanzee baby, and many other realistically creepy creations. Want to visit one of these channels? Just check out the links in the description. And don't say we didn't warn you. Hope you enjoyed the video, Top 5ers. If you haven't already, check out our other channel, The Brilliant, to enjoy even more amazing list videos. There'll be a link in the description, so make sure you go check that out as